Excited to have two powerhouse promoters here representing ProMac because the season's it's wrapped up. And so we're going to look how 2024 went and also how 2025 is going to go. So let's start off with the championships. This was invitation only. You had to have been on the circuit for this year. Tell me how it went.
Go ahead.
I mean, it was great. The turnout for our regional awards ceremony was double last year, which was a great surprise.
Oh, they hopped out. They dropped out. I don't know what happened here. Give us a second. They're going to come back in, I'm sure. Today we're talking about ProMac's season 2024 wrap and 2025 looking ahead. I don't know where they went, but I'm going to make sure that they come back on. Stick with us. This is exciting. Oh, they hear they're going to come in just a couple of seconds. Sometimes if a notification comes up, they're coming on in 3, 2. Hi, guys. Okay. All right. Double. That's pretty insane to have that turnout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was crazy. We had on, like Friday night, the awards part of the event was really great because we had open seating, and we've done that each year. It's been, really a full house every year as it's continued to grow. But we very quickly realized as people were coming in that we had even more support. There was more families coming, just like that across the board. That's really the easiest way to explain it. So we were excited. We were able to add more seating for everybody there Friday evening and very quickly, efficiently. So the hotel and the venue was great with that. We had a lot of positive feedback on the area and the connectivity of that. So that was good. And we learned a few things, we as we continue to grow, and like I said, having that kind of turnout and it continuing to grow, but having that turnout and having that type of feedback while we were there just lets us know that we're on the right track as far as what we're providing in the environment. So we're excited to grow that again next year and, kind of step up what we're doing for all the customers, the students, the competitors with the awards. So that was a great way to kick off the weekend.
For sure.
And then they have been vying this is kind of like the culmination of the year. How did you see that the competitors themselves were feeling on the mat?
I think the excitement was huge. I felt like the vibe was great. Everybody, they're competing for national titles, and everybody worked hard to get there. And so there was a lot of build up, a lot of excitement. Everybody wanted those
jackets,
the jackets and the divisional championship rings, and then also the belts, the ProMac regional national champion belts, are super cool. So everyone was excited about that and gave it their all. The competition was great. I thought, just looking around, I mean, at any point, you just saw the hype all around the room. It was super cool.
What I love is that you guys are not staying, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not staying in the same city every single year for the championships. Is that correct? You're going to be moving.
We did make that change, to kind of have it rotate through. And people love Destin, so don't get us. I mean, we get the Saturdays.
What's not to love?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to love Destin, but I mean, we had a lot of people, like, hey, we want to be back in Destin, this time of year. I mean, so it probably will be back there again, at some point. But the idea of rotating it around has been very well received in general. And, since our Texas region has been growing every year since we've opened that up, we have a lot of excitement of a really large number of competitors from there and support. So, looking at next year, having that in Dallas, which is, having it in Texas, having it in Dallas is great because it still connects so well to the rest of the country. It's easy to travel to, a lot in that area. So we're excited to do that. And then who knows in 26 where it will be, but it has been well received to rotate it, and people like traveling to different places too. So that's exciting.
Look, it's 29 degrees where I'm at right now. So anywhere that you pick that's a little bit warmer for when you hold it, I think the customer will be happy. The parents will be happy too. Cool. So let's talk a little bit. I mean, you guys have been growing and 2025 is going to be no different. Tell me a little bit more about some of the new tournaments that you're bringing on. And maybe can you just talk to, how do you decide which tournaments to bring on?
It's a very careful choice. Very careful. We like to promote from within, I guess, is kind of the best way to put it. And events that are current, that are existing. We want to make sure that they fit our vibe, that they fit our what we aim to do. To create the consistent events that people can rely on, that the quality matches how hard they work and the sacrifice that they make. That's worthy of our competitors. So we're looking at an existing event. Do they already have that vibe? And are they already showing up and working the way that we work? All of us treat every event like it's our own. So we look for promoters that have that mindset. And then sometimes we just have some great people in the family, and we can help them create a new event and grow in that way. To the next logical step, for some is to be a promoter. So we've done both, and here coming up, we have both for new events in 2025.
Yeah, let's get
starting
into that.
out with the bang in January. So
yeah, it's been really interesting, since the beginning of ProMac to where we are now, and it's really always, it's in a way it's always been the same idea to keep growing it, but from a much different perspective these days, than it was even 7 years ago. And looking at like the way that we grow, the way we look at like making a decision, oh, we're going to add this event, or we're going to look at maybe those particular areas or regions. It's you've got to be careful, in the sport karate world, and we're excited to have all the support and the excitement and the conversations about what we're doing. But there's a lot of groups doing a lot of great things around the country, and there needs to be more. I think there's only so much time, and that's what we discuss about growing is something she kind of touched on was when you come to a ProMac event, especially the ones that we've grown or the ones that have been, kind of from within mostly. When you come to those, the atmosphere, the way you're treated, the way that we're set up, the way that we schedule, the way that things flow, the way we handle customer service, that's what all the noise has been about. We've learned that just from listening to people, just from getting surveys back. I mean, we're really big on that. We talk about that a lot. We're always asking people, what did we do wrong? What did we not do good enough? What can we do better? And like you've grown up competing, and everybody watching, like you have to kind of wade through some of the judges are blind, or I don't like there wasn't enough seating, or I didn't like the food. I mean, there's always that, right? And people always come from different perspectives, but once you can dig through and you can really find the people that will talk to you about, oh, why, maybe we have more seating, or maybe more food options, or, have we thought about, something that's helpful for families or whatever, not just, well, my child didn't win today, so you got, we don't get a lot of that, but we get our share. It doesn't matter how good you do, you get it. But we like the feedback. We asked people all weekend long at the championships, knowing that we were going to be going somewhere else. But we asked during the awards, we asked during the survey, like, hey, what can we do better? I know this weekend's not perfect. I mean, I can give you a list of things that we wanted to be better at championships, but there's a big list of things we did well, and we only know that because we talk to people. So I think that us looking at other people that want to do business that way and want to treat the customers that way and the competitors and provide that experience, it really just comes from that. It's definitely not about money, because there's not enough money in the sport for it to be about that, and people that are in the sport really know that. But there's opportunities there as more of us grow and work together, and you get more numbers behind that in order to produce bigger and better events, or even clean up the ones that exist. So we're kind of about it.
All right. So we have 3 new ones on the calendar. Tell me what those 3 ones are so other people know where they need to be targeting.
Well, we're starting off right out of the gate with January 3rd and 4th. So literally the first weekend of the year. And that's a new event. That's the Houston Open. And that is promoted by the Brumet family. So they are a new promoter group, and so we're super excited. They're doing a whole NASA theme since it's in Houston. I think they just put up
the Rocket Man,
the Rocket
Spaceman,
the Spaceman Grand Trophy. That's a cute little space guy. an astronaut and that's doing a sidekick. So
Love
so
that.
they're going with that whole theme, and we've got the Molina family and Vito's family behind that tournament as well, and they know how to do a theme. So they're going to go all out with that, I'm sure. And then they've created a Triple Crown series with that plus 2 other Texas events. So so it's a really good addition. We're super excited. So that'll be the first year and for that event, and it's the first event of the year. So that one's new. And then you want to tell them about the Southwest Classic?
Yeah, and so that's new, although it's coming from a few promoters that are already in the system, and have been around, and they're bringing on the Brumet family, which they've had a big year with Philip, being added to JPM. So a lot of good news from that family, and love to them. They're great to everyone. Nice. But one of our other new events is Southwest Classic. I said it's been around for decades. It's in Missouri, in the southwest area of Missouri. And it's nice, solid event, a few hundred competitors. That region is really interesting over there when you get close to Oklahoma, and then that part of Texas and that part of Missouri and the Ozarks and that portion of Arkansas. A lot of really good people and a big history of competition. You've got a lot of people over even into the Kansas area that like to support that event. So Kevin Mirren and his wife and family run that event. So we're looking forward to being up there and helping them kind of grow that and kind of take that to another level. And that's an event that we think we can do. Really good people. And then the other new event is not so new, but it's new to us, is the U.S. Capital Classics in China Open. The Brown family, if you've ever met the Brown family, you already know their royalty in sport martial arts and martial arts in general, and
they dress like it too on the night show.
Always, all out. Love it.
We are honored that to have their friendship and trust. I mean, we both grown up in the sport, and over the years, really the last decade or so, especially working really hard on the tour, going to any event we can, and officiating and helping and being a part of it, especially that event, and them getting to know them even better over the last decade has been really nice, not just from a competitor point, but from a promoter, from an official, and knowing how they treat people is really special. So that helped us make a choice to want to help them, knowing they're underbelts. They've had some really good people involved over the years, but it's, and they're trying too. They're doing other events in the DC area throughout the year to support Capital Classics, and also try to, make the officiating in that area even better and tighter. So we're excited to bring what we do and our organization to that, and help the underbelt side of that weekend, and then also help start more officiating out that way. That's kind of, another level, so to speak.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So 3 new events to look forward to under the ProMac umbrella. And I guess the final thing I wanted to ask you about, for maybe competitors or for family, those wanting to get into officiating, judging, and things like that, that's something you guys pride yourself on. Tell me more about the plans for 2025 when it comes to that.
Really cool plan. Without trying to do anything that's out of our pocket, being able to offer in every region or all around the country, offer in-person official certification, and then be able to also offer a few of the online classes now that we have Zoom and we have all of this technology. Those things are so easy to do, especially for us with a level 1. That's the number one question that we've been asked the last 3 years, is if we can offer that and how that could expand, people that are members and people that are, having more knowledge. So we're looking at doing that this year. I think right now we've got some new additions to the website being worked on. We're kind of redoing some of the pictures and videos there, and freshening that up for the next year. And, that's just stuff to make it look pretty, but that goes along with all the new information. We'll have a list of every certification, for the entire season and where it's going to be. And people can really use our website in a really, really great and really functional way, because you can do memberships. You can go right there to every single event. You can see all of the dates. You can go to rules. You can go to certification. So, we're hoping to add more media to that. But I mean, all of those things for this year, we're already adding, and we're already on the list. So we're excited. We hope you're excited too.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy, literally you guys just kind of have December, because the first you have an early start to your season. So it's going to be a busy holiday season for you, just making sure all that stuff behind the scenes is ready to go. And it's so seamless. So, Well, I'm excited for 2025. Congratulations on a great year, a great turnout, and just continuing to grow ProMac. It's awesome.
Thank you.
We appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome.
All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Okay, we are offline.